Let's go. We're stockpiling the 3DS eShop games.
They're gonna get copyrighted music in here.
Oh no, quick, talk over it.
No, it's going on. You just ruined the intro now.
No,
you literally ruined the audio.
I'll de-amplify that. Hello, welcome back to the podcast with me, the bro host, and my brother,
the co-host.
Did I ever get my... Here it is.
Today we just pressed record apparently, so I'm not prepared at all.
Yeah, I did the opposite of what we always used to do.
Where you delay.
Yeah, because...
There's no dilly-dallying
with continuing
today.
Being out of character, the thing is, we have to do this fast because I'm going to go play Smash Bros. With some friends, which is like one of the least me sentences I could say.
It's a rare Jonathan moment.
It's a rare Jonathan moment. But this actually gives a nice segue because we never did... We used to always start the podcast talking about the podcast in some way. And I kind of want to do that just because I've noticed the last times we did these podcasts that we covered so few topics in the same amount of time. I remember in the old podcast, we would get 20 completely unique topics. Well, the last one we had 5 topics maybe with a few subtopics, and they took the whole runtime. And that first one was 2 hours.
Well, I think partially it's because we're just really getting into the topics, and that's not a bad thing. We're having good, deep discussions, you know? But also, you have a knack for writing the timestamps for topics as if... when in reality we talk about one topic, but you'll somehow write timestamps as if it's 10 different topics. Because you'll one of us will make a really quick aside or a quip about something, and you'll make a whole timestamp for it.
You know what part of that is? Well, part of that is that I want to, if somebody just so happens to only be interested in that little side bit, I want them to know. You know, if we make a joke about something related to something,
that's true.
But it sort of covers a topic you wouldn't know would be covered in that.
Okay.
It lets those people know, and they might enjoy that 5 minutes we talk about.
And it's more keywords in the description, which gets your video pushed in the algorithm.
That, and I like to give the timestamps goofy titles as if they were parodies of book covers or movies or something.
It adds character.
So I like to have as many of those as I can.
Now, this is the third podcast that we recorded in the span of 5 days now?
Yeah, let's just say 1 week. The same week.
Yeah,
you know?
But even more specifically...
it's Sunday, so technically it's a new week.
Yeah,
now.
So 5 days. We'll say that. And this is going to be... It's going to be what? It's going to be April 2nd or 3rd or something when you're watching this one.
Yeah.
But it's currently March 19th when we're recording it.
Yeah.
So just to give fair context, I guess... There's probably going to be a bunch of stuff that happens between now and then. Or not a bunch, but at least...
I don't know why, but I feel confident not too much is going to happen between then.
I think there's going to be at least one...
You just watched that.
I think there's going to be at least one significant thing that seems like something we would talk about on the podcast.
And everyone will be like, why didn't you talk about this?
And the problem is, we don't know because it didn't happen yet.
Yeah. We're trying
For us, it didn't happen
We're trying to take advantage of this time we got here together on the break.
However,
Jason's got to go back.
Next episode... which is going to be coming out after Easter this weekend. And by this weekend, I mean the weekend that you're watching it.
Yes.
Or the weekend after you're watching this episode.
Calendar math.
That will be the weekend that we go watch the Mario movie.
Yes.
And then we will record a podcast that weekend, which will come out the next Tuesday. So next week's podcast is going to be very relevant, and hopefully we can catch up on all the stuff that we may have missed from now, March, to whenever you're watching this. So look out for next week's, but maybe this episode is going to be a bit of a chill episode because we've kind of, I've kind of ran through most of my topics, and we did.
I have 2 main topics that left that we didn't really cover. But yeah, I'm down to just talk about us a little bit and about the podcast.
Okay.
I was gonna talk a bit because I made that goofy animation that was supposed to be trailer for something grand that never came to be.
More like an existential crisis.
Yeah, I know. It happens. I get those
quite frequently.
But in order to make that, I did like a ton of podcast research, and I went through and I watched all the episodes, and so I now have enough material to cancel you if you ever cross me in the future.
Yeah, I know. There's plenty of stuff in the old ones.
But dude, there's so much of us getting mad at each other too. We did not know how to just be like, save it till after the podcast. and also, I took
no, but it added character.
I took note of every time, because the thing was always that you would get mad at me when I would get too loud. Or when I would lose my train of thought and cause a lull or something. But I took note of just how surprisingly many times you did the same thing.
Yeah, I'm sure I did.
You have the record for the loudest noise made on the podcast. And it was the only one that was so loud that I actually remembered watching through the whole thing to go back and
you compared the decibels?
Well, I compared how much blood came out of my ears.
Okay.
But
was it when I had a spider bite in my arm?
No, I was talking over you because I was trying to finish a sentence.
And then I yelled.
But I kept remembering, like, my thoughts in, like, sporadic bits.
Yeah.
So you kept thinking I was done.
And then you kept adding one thing after the other.
And you got so mad that you screamed so loud. And it actually scared me. Like if I hadn't just lived through that podcast, I would have thought you were about to slap me or something.
Well, I have to say, how old was I when we recorded the first podcast? Like on my the very first podcast on my channel, I think I was probably 16, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
No,
you had
15.
You had your little baby voice.
Must have been 15, because it's at least been 3.5 years.
Talking like the pilot episode.
Yeah. But even since we've had this, I mean, basically what I'm saying is I was like an angsty little high schooler back then. So yeah, I got mad very easily. But I mean,
enjoyed.
Don't get me wrong. There's still things that you do that merit me getting mad at you, but I don't get mad anymore. He has
control over his temper.
I'm just used to it now.
Dude, you keep going through like the same phases I do. I feel like you're trying to differentiate yourself from me, but you're ending up.
Who said I'm trying to? Okay.
He's growing his hair out long now, like I did in college. He's going through his emo phase.
Well, you got me there, but I'm not trying to get the curls like you have now.
Well, you're trying to get little waves. You're getting wings. That's what I had.
I am getting wings.
He can fly.
I don't know. This is such a random aside, talking about my hair now. But,
oh, well, if you want to make it an aside, that was going to be the end of it. But if you have something to say.
Well, my only comment was that I've gone through many different hairstyles in my life.
Yeah. This is actually an interesting point, if I can.
My aside is... Okay, there's an aside within an aside now.
Well, actually, it's probably best if I wait till the end of what you're going to say.
Grand, okay.
Grand.
A proper Brexit bloke.
Yes. We both said the same thing.
What was I saying now?
You've gone through many hairstyles.
I've gone through many hairstyles in my life.
I have too.
Trying to find the one that suits me best, and I've come up empty-handed because I think that I'm just really beautiful. I just think that like
it's hard to find the best when they all look good.
I don't know if there's a definitive hairstyle that looks best on me. But obviously, I go through...
Your hair does. It just looks good no matter what.
Well, thank you.
You could literally like take a weed whacker to it and you pull it off somehow.
I go through the regular stages of, get a haircut, your hair is short, grow it out, it gets long enough that you get a haircut. So I've been between the short and long. I mean, obviously, there's certain parameters I've been within. I haven't had a buzz cut, and I haven't had like a full-on... well, I'm kind of getting a mullet now, but I haven't had like a full-on like long hair like you have now. So
I like it when your sideburns grow out. Though.
Those I have yet to experiment with. But between the range of
you look like early Beetle. I look like late Beetle.
Between the range of like medium short to medium long that I've been in, which is admittedly not the widest range, but it does make my face look slightly different. Like it has a different look. I think I've settled on that.
So you're the reason why I have trouble drawing your face.
My hair looks better on the longer end rather than the shorter end. So now the next reasonable adventure to take is if I've decided from the range that I've ever seen myself in of hair of length being like medium short to medium long, if I've decided that medium long is the better end, now I have to experiment with growing out even longer than I've ever grown out before to see if maybe there's hidden potential beyond that limit. But no, I think the length, which nobody...
Be ready. Dad's going to be all like, what is your end goal with this hair? What are you trying to accomplish?
He's already told me, he's like, you better not be growing it out as long as Jonathan's hair.
Yeah, it's like, do I have to have a master plan with my hair? Is this going to like come to fruition at some point? Or can I just have long hair?
But yeah, I think the length, which nobody can see, so it doesn't matter me saying this, but the length that it's at right now, maybe Jonathan will do a great job artistically representing it.
Well, see, that's actually what I was gonna say. I can lead into this now.
Yeah, well, open your phone right now. Open your screen. Look, if you're like looking away right now, look at my character that's been drawn. This hair length is what I've decided probably looks the best on me. At least personally, it's what I like the best on me. Now, what was your aside?
What I was gonna say is I always. Not always. There have been exceptions. Mainly, there were a few episodes where I drew you wearing a ball cap because you used to wear that all the time. I think when
we recorded, I would because I'd be on the days when we recorded, I was too lazy to like do anything. So my hair was always like in my face, so I just wore a hat to get it out of my face.
But because your hair is so inconsistent, and because it was the original way I drew it, and because I think it helps sort of like caricaturize you, make you look more iconic, I always draw you with the gelled up hair look.
Yeah, but that's not what my hair looks like.
Yeah, it's not how it looks right now. Right now it looks...
Wait, so how are you going to draw it?
Oh, like that.
Okay, like the gelled up look?
Yeah, well, sort of. I take some liberties to make it look a little bit more
It's parted in the middle now.
Yeah.
It's parted in the middle, right. So you're telling me the past 3 episodes, they'll have seen a fake version of me.
Your hair looks different every time. Look,
wait, actually, this is crazy. We have the power to change the past right now.
We do. The power to change
when you're watching this, there's already been 2 other episodes, but what I say to him right now determines whether or not you've seen me with a middle part or...
Are we going to have to turn this into a bait? Because here's my end of the bait. I'm caricaturizing my own hair. I'm putting, like, angular spirals in it to make fun of...
I don't really care how you do my hair.
Yeah. I'm sort of...
This is a relatively recent development. But I mean, like by now you should know that I don't even have it really... It's not up anymore. Like, it's not, like, coiffed or however they say.
This is like a mental projection of stylistic caricature on us. Like, this is like how the world sees you. This is how the world sees your hair.
Well, but now it's not coiffed up.
Well, up until recently, you did put wax in it and push it to the side.
No, I always have put wax in it. Why do you keep saying up until recently?
No, the wax wasn't the new part. I'm saying you don't push it straight up. You still push it to the side. So it has a similar look.
No, Jonathan, for the past 2 years, I've not pushed it up, just to the side. I've not, like, given it volume, just brushed it.
Yeah, but to the side still, not in the middle.
To the side.
And so then I'm saying...
But I'm saying, are you drawing me with it up or with it just to the side?
Up, which is an exaggeration of the fact that you still put wax in it and still put it to the side.
Okay.
It is an exaggeration.
With all of that said, comment down below how you like my design in the podcast.
Maybe what if I have it like flickering, like glitched throughout this whole video? Like it doesn't know what it wants to do.
Where we talk about my hair right here, just briefly draw like the most like...
It's like a glitch in the Matrix.
Make me look like one of the Beatles with like a middle part and a mullet.
I just like turn into a fire. It's just like going crazy. I go all out on the animation budget.
So we're already 12 minutes in and all we've done.
I was going to wrap up by saying that I went through a hair journey too, but that's mostly just because I've tried different things as it grew out. Because you can't do the same hairstyles with short as you do long.
Your hair journey has just been you letting it not be cut for years.
Yeah, but no, it did. I went through because it's not like just the short hair equivalent of the same style. I used my head when I was short.
When I was short.
when it was short, I just had like the most generic parted hairstyle. Then when it got
long, the chocolate bowl, the chocolate ice cream scoop bowl.
And there didn't used to be this in between phase, but as I started experimenting with the in between phase, as it got like short long, I would dry it, and then in the sort of frizz state that it got where it was dried, I just like let it be. There's one podcast where I drew like a representation of this. It's the one that has the more simplistic, cartoony style.
Yeah, I like that one.
The minimalist one.
I really like that one. That's probably my favorite art that you've done for the podcast.
Well, that's what this new one is going to be reminiscent of.
Okay,
it's funny because it's on screen for the 3rd time, but he hasn't seen it yet. Do you want me to show it to you live?
No.
It's not technically finished. There's a few background details.
I mean, you can if you want to. But it is kind of funny that I'm talking about it as if I haven't seen it, because I haven't, but when you're seeing it, there's been 3 episodes
This is the
already.
almost finished version of it. Oh no, it's not saved. Did I not save it? Pardon, there were placeholder colors.
We were gray.
Oh no, it's on my flash drive.
Why?
Okay.
Wait. It's only on your flash drive?
Yeah.
What?
Well, you don't... Oh no! I have to unplug the mouse. But then I have to use tab.
Unplug the keyboard.
Which one is that? This?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let's hope that didn't just cut out our microphone. It didn't.
Okay. It's because I took it over to my laptop to do some stuff.
Gotcha.
This is so meta.
Well, yeah, so I'm about to see for the first time what you've seen for the past 2 episodes, or 3 episodes.
Well, he's gonna see a version of it.
A version. Maybe not even the final.
There we go.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. I like El Gato.
Yeah, it's really, I went, because my original design was, you said you love my, like, almost I Spy, or there's a name for them. Like, Where's Waldo, where just everything... You try to fit as much detail.
There's a lot.
This is the first time I fully went through with that, like a mission statement. I really wanted to put... This is like the definitive
There
podcast.
is a lot going on here. It looks awesome. I like it.
Yeah. And so I've been working on this. You're not an alien anymore.
I see you got a reference in the top left there to the N drive.
Yes.
It would be cool if you had a reference to my L drive on the right side. You're going to have to put that in
There is an L right there. Your hand is covering it.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if I could... for input on some of the stuff on your side. But for now, this is how it looks.
Yeah, no, that's great.
And there's some random
comment down below what you think of subscribe.
And there's going to be some additional like details and features added in, like some sort of basic shading and stuff.
Did you purposely make your curls look that polygonal?
Yes, I said it's caricaturized.
Yeah.
It's like that's your hair goes up as an exaggeration of the fact that you put wax in it.
It's realistic.
And mine is like angularly, strictly curled.
I like how wavy you made like my sideburns in the back of my head. That looks very accurate to how it does.
Yeah. I gave you your little cowlick thing that sticks up at a weird angle sometimes.
All right.
Your wings, your weird sideburns.
Looking great.
I put a Jumex on the table.
Let us know.
Oh my goodness, guys! I love Jumex Guanabana.
Let's talk about Jumex.
This is the first can I've ever. This is the first can I ever drank. I keep it as a souvenir. It's empty now.
Jumex changed his life.
Oh my goodness!
Disclaimer.
I've only drank it twice.
It's pronounced Jumex.
Really?
It's Jugo Mexico.
You kept saying Jumex. I mean, that makes sense.
Because I'm white, okay? I'm going to say Jumex most of the time.
Actually, full disclaimer, we're 132nd Native American Lumbee.
I just want to clarify that I'm not like a normie, because I know what it stands for. It's
Jumex.
It's Mexico juice. That's what what do you call it when you put it together? Put 2 words together? I forget what it's called.
It's not a contraction, is it?
There's a different name for it. It's gonna kill me. It's on the tip of my head now too.
Tip of my tongue. It's in my head. I watched a video where somebody was like trying to make one of those with like every prefix that exists.
Yeah, but anyway.
And I'm trying to remember the title of it. No. Okay. But yeah, so I had the frizzy hairstyle. Then when it got
back to this.
Then when it got mid-long, I had like an emo giant swoop.
Look. Sorry. I went to the Jumex Wikipedia page and it says pronounced Jumex.
Nice.
It says
I've been lied to.
Hoomex.
Jason misled me with his whiteness.
It says it stands for Jugos de Mexicala, which is Mexicala juices. The brand is Mexicala, or that means from Mexico. I don't know.
And now that it's long, it's just I've discovered I have curly hair. Like it looks straight when it's short, and then when it's mid-length, it looks wavy. And now that it's long, it's straight up curly. Not like curly, like I don't know if there's a name for that kind of hair, but it's not like that. But it's like it's got curls.
It's curly.
I know, but it's not like the curly hair that some people have.
You're talking about when it's curly at the base, like a perm, like when
it's not that kind of curly.
People have like curly fro.
Yeah, it's not a fro. It's not froing.
It's curly like a girl with long curly hair, like curly at the ends.
Yeah. But back to Jumex. I've only Jumex. Thank you. I've only drank it twice though. Because I don't allow myself to drink it because it's
a reward.
It automatically makes me happy no matter what.
It's like a cheat code.
I could just kill someone and then I'd be like in grief, like what have I done? There's blood on my hands, and then I drink a Jumex Guanabana and I'm like, this is fine.
I feel like now you've just admitted to 2 murders for each of the 2 Jumex.
No, you were there when I drank both of them.
But you know who isn't here anymore? Yeah, so...
The other two topics...
Hair? Wait,
unless you have something more to say about hair.
No. If you were done. I was just trying to get us back on track so we could finish the hair thing.
Yeah. I'm basically done. I've got hair.
Well, you want to throw in a little shout out for Jirard the Completionist?
Oh, yeah.
Intermission here?
Dude, because we talked about, we were on the... That was our little bit of an intro. We were on the 3DS eShop stockpiling, as I call it.
We should explain that. That's a good...
It's the eShop closes the 27th, I believe.
March 27th, yeah. The Wii U eShop and the Nintendo 3DS eShop are being permanently discontinued.
Oh, the Wii U too. We got Metroid Prime just before it went. And then they released Metroid Prime Remastered.
Yeah. They're being permanently discontinued, so any software that's available on the eShop and only on the eShop will be basically gone forever. You have no legitimate way of obtaining it anymore beyond that date.
Scott the Woz, he downloaded quite a few WiiWare games before its shop closed.
But Jirard the Completionist,
he got every single one.
Yeah,
he completed it.
So at the time of recording this. Well, at the time of recording this, yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago is when his video came out. He spent $23,000 buying every single piece of software, every single DLC for every software, literally everything you can buy on both the Nintendo eShop or Wii U eShop and 3DS eShop. And he's donated the consoles to some video game archivism, preservationism organization.
I love archivism.
Which is super cool, but... by the time that this is coming out, the eShop is already dead, so...
oh, yeah, good point. Dude, the time... Yeah. This is getting so meta and so, like...
It's too late.
It's triggering another existential crisis, Jason. I'm gonna have to make an animation.
Drink the Jumex. See if there's a few drops remaining. But yeah, that was just an aside. I mistakenly thought we had mentioned something about the Completionist.
It was actually a personal conversation we were having.
I didn't even finish my sentence before you started.
We're bros. We finish each other's sentences.
I thought we had said something about it in real life, but or in the podcast, but it was
actually real life.
Which the podcast is not. This is not real life.
Fake. This is why. That's why we're cartoons.
This is AI generated.
Real. Oh my goodness! Yes.
The last podcast and the one before that, we were talking about AI.
Yeah, we lied. I just programmed it in AI that can do this.
Yeah, the AIs actually can. Yeah,
we're geniuses. Now. You should have pieced it together. We're always talking about the stuff we're programming.
And by we, I mean our creators.
Yes, our creators.
But yeah, I was just throwing that in there.
Speaking of Scott the Woz, cool. Just as a brief thing, did you hear about how he was on TV?
No.
And I thought he was going to have like his own show. Apparently, from what I could find, it was just they put the YouTube videos on a specific channel that was like focused on gaming content, but it was on TV.
That's weird.
But apparently, as a result of this, because now it's like a commercialized.
Scott the Woz is a video game content creator, by the way.
Yeah, if you don't know Scott the Woz.
If you don't know Scott the Woz, get out of here. Get off of this channel.
No, but I figure most people do. I mean, you didn't explain Jirard the Completionist. He's probably less popular than Scott the Woz now.
But who he is didn't matter to the story.
Okay, fair point.
I only even specifically said his name because it's funny that his name is the Completionist and he bought every single game.
But he was on TV. But apparently...
But I will say, given the subject matter of the last two podcasts, if you're watching this one, you probably know who Scott the Woz is.
Yeah, but as a result, when we talked about him before, mainly about him and Thomas Game Docs, how they just like popped up out of nowhere and they got...
Oh yeah, we did talk about way back.
Yeah, well, that was way back. It wasn't...
Oh, that reminds me of what I was going to say earlier, but continue.
Okay, yeah, you can come back to it. But apparently as a result of this, because now it's like on a directly commercialized format on TV, the song that he uses as his outro that he's known for, you know,
yeah, sure.
It's not his. It's from like a game or something. I don't remember what exactly. He couldn't get the rights to it, so he had someone now write his own personal outro theme, and it's what he uses now.
That's cool.
And when it first happened, it was like, no, it's not the same. You know, it was so iconic.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of grown on them. But it's just so weird to think, and because now the show is discontinued. It's not on air anymore. It lasted like 1 year.
The TV show?
Yeah. But now because of that, he has a new theme song.
That's fine. I think people should do that. You probably shouldn't rely on your outro theme being a video game song, which is hypocritical for me to say.
Yeah.
But if
the outro songs for this podcast are ones I made myself. Let's go. I'm not a hypocrite. I know the truth.
If I get any semblance of fame in the future, I will probably compose or have somebody compose my own music for my channel.
Yeah. We've done some of that. I can make stuff for you. I think have I to some capacity for your own personal channel? But you've made your own things, too.
I don't think anything that I've used.
Your WoW theme.
The WoW theme and the weird thing found on the internet thing that I just created, those were by myself.
Yeah, he's a genius.
But, yeah, honestly, my outro, which if you've never watched one of my videos, again, get out of here.
Get out of here.
My outro is from Super Mario, or Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story, and I basically just have it as my outro theme, A, because it's really cool, good song, but B, because I have to show appreciation for that game and everything I do. It's part of my life. It's part of my being. My purpose exists to, my existence purpose is to glorify that game, specifically. So
huge Mario and Luigi head.
Yeah. Yeah, me when I see.
Oh yeah, and dude,
huge Mario and Luigi boots. Me when I see the Mario boots.
Yeah. We didn't talk about that in depth. We don't need to. It's just goofy that it exists.
Yeah.
We were debating though about if they were life size though, because Mario's. I can't tell how big they are in pictures.
Well, I showed.
But Mario's like a cartoonishly sized, like overly proportioned character. So we didn't know if like Mario, because I know he's like 5 foot something in real life. Is it 5'5"? I think so.
I don't know. If you don't know what we're talking about, watch the last podcast.
Yeah.
Actually, look for the timestamp in the last podcast.
This is actually scary, though.
It's probably called Mario's Boots or something.
I haven't said everything I need to say about the movie yet, though. That's scary, though. There's so much. Like, you don't realize.
Okay, well, maybe there's some things that are better left unsaid, and you can say them after we watch the movie. Because I imagine that the podcast after we watch the movie, next week's podcast, is probably going to be literally an hour of you talking about only the Mario movie.
Dude, it's a special episode.
Honestly, though, it'll probably get us a little bit of views. Because the box office is going to do numbers, apparently. Which is not surprising at all, but...
Speaking of box office numbers, though, this is a segue to something we didn't talk about.
Well, okay, can I hop on your segue and redirect it for a second?
Okay. You might be redirecting us to the same spot.
No, I'm definitely not. I was just going to... Earlier, when you were talking about the old podcast and how you could cancel me, I just wanted to make a comment that I'm terrified to go back. I want to go back and watch all of our old podcasts. I think I may make that a goal of a task to accomplish, to rewatch the whole library, because I want to be up to date on our own lore. I want to make references to the old.
I've done this multiple times,
but I'm terrified. I'm actually scared.
Don't worry. I'm
gonna cringe so hard, and I'm gonna want.
Oh, I thought you were gonna worry about your cancelization.
Well, no. I mean, I'm sure that.
Dude, don't let yourself be cringed, but don't let yourself.
No.
Don't cringe culture yourself.
I'm gonna have to ask you to remove some of them. I'm gonna be like, we have to take this down. I can't. We have to take this down.
Don't let it consume you, bro.
Accept
the cringe. It's who you are.
I don't want there to be a bunch of bad takes in there, but I don't know. Hopefully I've been a good taker my whole life.
Your worst take is something that I could clarify for you, so I'll vouch for you. I don't. I'm not.
What
I'm
was
with
the
you
worst take? Is it what I think it is?
You like sort of made the argument that asexual
yes
that they don't exist.
I was thinking about that the other night. No, I literally thought about that the other night after we recorded the podcast. I knew you were going to say that. I thought that's what you were referencing when you said you could cancel me.
And then there were also like a few other things. There were some things you said about women, but they were obviously jokes.
Okay, well, they probably still weren't in good taste.
There were a few times where you like tried to make fun of me saying I look like a girl because my hair was long.
I'm gonna take... Well,
that's probably the bulk of it. There was something you said that... Oh, yeah, you used the bootstrap mentality a few times, namely against me, but that's okay because it actually is my fault.
Bootstrap mentality as in, like, why are you poor?
All your problems
are
your
harder?
Fault. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean... okay.
I'm just dumping it on.
No.
Yo, I'm putting this in the timestamps. Just canceling.
No.
Jason, hashtag Jason is over.
I'm setting up my...
JamLab is over.
I'm setting up my soapbox.
The co-host is over.
I'm setting up my soapbox right now.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm gonna...
We all have those days.
I'm talking on my soapbox. It's an apology, okay? I apologize, guys. Actually, you can quote me from earlier when I said that I was an angsty high schooler, okay? It's very true. I was an angsty high schooler. So I probably said dumb stuff. I probably had some real cold takes. Well, I guess real hot takes, but
yeah,
like
I was supposed to say a cold take.
No. Bad, like cold isn't like unpleasant takes. Is what I mean.
Unfeeling, cold-hearted.
But no, yeah, the asexuality thing. That's just that one makes me laugh because it was just I just like said all the wrong things. Like I mean, you kind of had a point. You just went to the wrong destination. I also didn't like. I just did not. What's the word? enunciate anything that I meant to. Is that the right word?
Enunciate is like with words.
Yeah, can you
elaborate? I did not express
anything that I meant to the way
articulate.
I meant to. Articulate. That's it. Articulate. Yeah.
This has been your vocabulary lesson.
But that's partially an excuse. I mean, it's definitely true. I definitely did not articulate the way I meant to, but also I was just dumb back then again. So I takes these back all of it. But yeah, I go watch the podcast. Watch the earlier podcast from a distance. You know,
bro,
especially when you're judging me. Watch it from a distance.
Roald Dahl. We're gonna have an edited version. Have you heard about the Roald Dahl books?
No.
They're like ridiculous. Like. It's like I think it's actually like a covert like undercover operation to make censorship look bad. They because Roald Dahl, he had some problematic material in his books. Like the Oompa Loompas were clearly based off of like a slavery mentality.
Yeah.
But like they went back and they couldn't call Augustus Gloop fat because they thought that was insulting. And there was like they were describing these big like evil looking machinery things. And one of the descriptors was black, like the color. But they removed it because you can't have black as a negative descriptor of like a menacing entity. There was like they were trying to describe.
I'm not even gonna say that.
They were trying to describe like an average unsuspecting civilian, and they described like a woman working like a retail job, but they couldn't have that seeming the average for women. So they said it was a woman in a high position of office or something. It's like they're not even correcting things now. They're trying to like superimpose. It was, and I don't feel bad talking about this. I say we don't get political on the podcast. I think only stupid people who are like trying to like create echo chambers within echo chambers. I even like the most progressive people think this is dumb. So
you know how there's like Antifa, which is like it's like conservatives are like Antifa is like undercover people that are trying to make conservatives look bad.
Yeah.
It's like that exists. There's not a name for it, but that definitely exists with the
leftists. Cops that like staged some of the riots,
because
stuff like that.
There is some stuff that's like claims to be leftist.
It's just too dumb.
That's so outrageous.
It's just too dumb.
And then it just sucks. It sucks either way, like on either side, because it gets the most
going
attention.
Back into not being able to believe anything from the last podcast.
Because it's outrageous, it generates more attention. And so literally what you see on either side of the political aisle is just like the worst, most outrageous, ridiculous takes and the most ridiculous people.
It's so stupid. And then it's we're not going to talk about the shadow government.
Well, I don't... Talking about that in general, I don't get the whole idea of revisionism. Why not just leave the books alone?
Yeah,
like if you think they're outdated and in bad taste, then just don't. Why bother like trying to fix them and then republish it? Just leave it how it is.
Let people know the truth and then just make them aware of it.
Or just
you're candy coating it.
Like just disclaim that this is a book written a while ago and it probably has some stuff in it that's in bad taste, perhaps. And then just leave it at that. I
remember though.
I feel like you're doing worse by trying to revise it.
I remember though. The hot topic of today is like what we should be teaching about race in school. We are not going to get into critical race theory on this podcast. But I remember back in the day, people wanted To Kill a Mockingbird to be removed because it had the N-word in it. And I always thought that was dumb because that movie taught me more about the harsh reality of racism back in the day than anything. By being realistic.
I don't think there's a single actual real like non-lizard person that thinks that book should be
I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I feel like there's undercover double agents here.
Well, really the problem...
And they've been here for a while.
The problem is the teachers who would take it as an opportunity to openly say the N-word to an entire class of students.
Okay, kids, who wants to... Because we would take turns reading.
Take turns reading.
Who wants to say the N-word today?
And they're just like, it's okay, Billy. But no, you can say it. We're all white.
No, it's okay because we would read it in our heads to like as picturing part of the scene. But we were told that you can just say the N-word or something. Or
just admit it. Just skip over it.
Yo, dude, do you think we get demonetized if we say the phrase the N-word sometimes?
Do you think we get demonetized if we say the N-word? That's what you were about to say. Yeah. Probably, honestly, but we don't have monetization.
It's like it'll register it as like being like a political thing or something, or like a heavy like topic. It's like they're talking about
the advertisers racism. Will get scared.
Oh, now I said racism. Now they're really. I said it earlier.
It's over.
I think
you said To Kill a Mockingbird, Johnny. It's over.
Oh yeah, I did. Dude, this is crazy world we're living in. Yeah, do you want to talk about YouTube and the new thing? Their new...
The swearing?
Yeah.
Well, they kind of went back on it a little bit, I
Really,
heard.
did they?
But I don't know anything about it. I've stopped trying to keep up with it because it doesn't really make sense.
I just hate... Because, like, this is the opposite of how the legal system works. You know, you can't arrest someone for something that wasn't illegal when they did it.
The 3DS on blinking.
Oh, no.
Quick, we got it.
I don't think it's plugged in on the other end. Jason, you have to plug in the other end. It's not plugged in on...
Move!
Take out the phone charger. It's the white one.
The white one?
Yeah.
I hate the white ones.
It's the white one with the black cable. It's a mixed couple. Itself. No! Jason, it's still... Wait, no, it stopped. Please.
I got
it. Okay, it stopped.
Oh, I just smushed my balls.
Dude,
ow!
Look at the perfect spacing. That was like a
beat. That's because you laughed in rhythm. You did it again. Look.
Bomb. I mean, they say there's a rhythmic quality to all the sounds people make.
Dude, the nausea is setting in. I actually crumpled my ball.
Do you want to talk about the time that you pointed at my balls like Babe Ruth pointing out to the outside of the stadium at the horizon and then chucked a ball at my crotch, max velocity? Like 2 seconds ago, and I almost died.
In the pool? Are you talking about in the pool?
Yeah. You threw the little bounce on water ball at max velocity, which at that velocity anything becomes dense. Okay, we're not going into that. No, we've injured ourselves a lot.
You just wanted to throw me under the bus with that one, but you know what? I take pride in it.
Hashtag this is. I'm canceling you again. You can't escape.
What goes around comes around because Yvonne threw a hacky-sack filled with metal directly square into my nuts.
Yvonne. Shout out to Yvonne. Anytime we mention someone else, we got to shout out. Oh yeah, you went with Yvonne hacky-sack. That's such a weird thing to say. We went out hacky-sacking. Like you have to have a special location or something, like roller skating or bowling. But you went out, and dude, I know I'm not a good hacky-sacker, but I wish I could have come with you because you got what was that? The peach mango ice cream with the chili lime on top. That sounded so good.
Slushy snow cone.
It was a snow cone. Yes, the snow cone. Oh, I love snow cones. I'm so jealous.
You slapping your knee.
It's a single pixel. It's a single pixel clipping through. It's a single pixel width. It's a single clip.
One sample clipped the microphone.
Yes.
Yeah, I got peach mango snow cone with tahini chili lime powder on top, and it was in fact fire. But what? Oh, the hacky-sack. Yeah, the problem is we played the, as we call it, hacky-sack tennis, where you've gone through a character arc, by the way. You used to be all like, it's not hacky-sack, it's Footbag. Hacky-sack is a brand, but you just kind of gave up. The problem is no one even knows. The problem is that I've been around so many, dude, there's so many hacky-sack normies at my school.
These hacky-sack normies.
They're like, guys, you want to get in a circle and play hacky-sack?
You need to start gatekeeping the hacky-sack community.
I know, but I can't.
The Footbag community.
Gatekeeping is objectively a bad thing to do.
Yeah.
In most cases. But me and my roommate, Yvonne, it boils our beans when we see people that, like, I could go on for hours. There was a guy, there's lore. No, because there's a rivalry. There's a guy.
Oh no!
There's a guy.
Drama within the Footbag
started
community?
a group chat on campus.
Oh, are we about to cancel someone else?
And got like dozens and dozens of people to join this group chat. And they were just random people that would walk up and like kick the hacky-sack once with me, like, "Hey, join my hacky-sack group chat."
Yeah. You got pretty big wings right now,
and
dude.
Me and my roommate, since we've been enrolled at our university, have promised that we would make a hacky-sack club because there isn't one. And we love hacky-sack and we're great at it. We're gods. We're Footbag gods. And this guy who made the group chat, we talked to him about starting a club because he wasn't good. He like actually wasn't good at hacky-sack. But he got all these people into a group chat. We were like, we can use this group chat to get people to join the club, right? And when we could talk to him about it, he said, "Oh, don't worry about it, guys. I'm already starting a club."
Ooh.
So that was where the rivalry was born. But
and it was like you're not invited?
No, it was just that he was going to be the leader. Oh, he was making the club.
But he knows you're the better Footbagger.
It gets even worse because I'm all about the greater good. As long as there's a club at all, right?
I was about to say, you don't need to be number
Flash forward almost a year now. Almost an academic year, I should say. Several months, like 7 months now. He has not... There's no club. after that one time he mentioned it, there was no talk about there being a club.
What is it about knowing us and knowing people who are all talk and no action?
He kept the club from us, and then he didn't do the club.
It's probably because we attract people like us. Actually, that's me. You're not all talk.
So, but yeah. Anyways, I should start calling it Footbag again because maybe I'm going to be on my gatekeep era because honestly, era. But yeah, we play.
That's a thing on Twitter. People add it to like the end of their name. It's like gatekeep era.
We also just call it
villain arc.
We call it playing sack a lot or playing the sack.
I like that. So that sounds like playing the sacks.
It's shorter than saying footbag. Playing footbag. Either way. It's
that reminds me that dude. You've reminded me of back when you used to play the trombone.
Sack butt.
Yeah, that's the original name for the instrument, the sack butt. And I would always be like, Jason's the best sack butt.
But yeah, we play sack tennis. So we've played it on a tennis court before, like with a tennis net.
But last time you just played over a park bench.
We don't have that, so we play over a bench. We play over benches.
And then when Jason misses his side, he gets angry and he pounds on the bench like Donkey Kong with his fists.
You can imagine probably what the game is. Basically, you're like volleyball. It's more like volleyball, but you basically pass it.
I'd like to see you try and spike it. Dude, that would be crazy.
We do.
Yo! We do. You do like a roundhouse kick into the ground with the ball?
Dude, you should see some of the stuff we do. I mean, it's awesome. And specifically that day we played.
Show this guy up. Make a Footbag Central YouTube channel.
Since we...
Advocate for it to be in the Olympics. Start a hashtag.
When we played that day...
Rule the world.
When we played that day, we did some insane stuff. Like, I wish I had been recording it because I could have made like one of those 2005 Call of Duty compilations where you got like the dubstep in the background. Like I could have done that. But yeah, let's see. We got 20 minutes, and we've gone through a lot of topics. But how many do you think we can fit in?
Well,
because I took your comments at the beginning as a challenge.
It's interesting, actually. Well, yeah, we're actually blazing.
We're blazing
straight up. Shout out to when we wanted to call this the Dope Cast. Because blazing.
What is it called now? We still haven't rebranded ourselves yet.
Oh, dude, that's kind of gonna... See, the thing is, I said I would only do it if I actually finished the animation, which I did not. It's still very much an animatic. I didn't even draw my hair, in case you noticed. I just filled in the color behind the hood.
That's fine, because bro was like, I'm going to make an anime all by myself. I'm going to make a whole anime. Season 1, episode 1.
You watch. Maybe one day I will. An anime. You can help me.
Okay, let's just rebrand ourselves.
That's what I was going to say. But if I finished it, it was going to include a rebranding with a new title and everything.
Here's my contingency.
Contingency?
Sorry. I don't know why, like, my nasally is stuffed up. Here's my contingency. I will help you with the rebrand once you get a microphone so that we can actually record stuff.
Okay. So should I save what... I've said the name of the rebranding several times now. I think you can guess what it is.
The Escape Pod?
Yes.
That's what we've settled on?
I like it.
Okay. So it's going to be space themed?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. Is that is this an official announcement? Like a pre-announcement?
It's not an announcement.
Do you want to talk more about it?
No, calm down. It's not an announcement until you say it with excitement.
Introducing.
No, I did it again. It's in a rhythm.
Yeah.
Make a beat game with my laughter as an instrument.
This one's going to be hard to listen to. I apologize for the viewers.
I'll go back, and I have plenty of time because this is the third one. I can go back and I can, what's the word? I keep saying de-amplify. Normalize, yeah. Normalize normal pills. Mm-hmm. Got to give it some normal pills.
Normify it.
Oh my goodness. Have we ever talked about Dream on here? We're not about to, but...
We're not about to.
I mean, he did a face reveal.
Probably not. I think our hiatus kind of...
I was actually... I put this as like a thing once. It might actually be on my list. I was going to say that Dream is like the antithesis of me. Because like he's like my opposite counterpart. Because he does the whole behind a mask thing, you know? But like his colors are the opposite of mine. He's got a white mask instead of black. It has a face on it instead of no face.
And you would never dare.
It's round instead of square. Yeah, and he face revealed like.
Are you actually never gonna face reveal?
Well, no, but he like hyped it up. Like he wanted to do this. Whereas I would do it if you wanted me to do it, and I would wait for when I'm comfortable.
I would not tell you to do it. I would not like request you to do it. It would be up to you.
I would do it because people want it, but I wouldn't just do it because of that. I would do it because we both.
I mean, I don't think he had a choice in making it hyped up because he has literally a cult following.
Bro, has anybody talked about Corpse Husband in a while?
Husband? No.
They you know how they keep doing this? They keep like taking random pictures of people and saying this is them, face reveal, and then you never know for sure. Like with Dream, a lot of them were proven fake. There was that one guy that looked nothing like him, but it's crazy. People are always out there. You can't do a face reveal nowadays. If I got popular, they could find me. Like, I'm out there. I know, because you don't care. You don't try and hide me.
Well,
not as much as I would.
The problem is that they can see your face if they go to my Instagram.
Oh, Jason, why'd you say that? It, like, didn't even show up.
Yeah, I whispered.
Dude!
They can't hear it.
They actually didn't hear it. Yo!
But I can take off those posts, but you know.
It's fine.
What
if they let you like go back and like YouTube's clipping mechanism? You can like cut out people. You can. Who is the guy? You can Stalin him out of the picture.
Yeah.
I mean, the technology is there. The new Google phone.
Bro said, "Who's the guy?
Who's the guy?
Who's that guy that like killed a bunch of people in Russia?"
Well, you know, I was gonna name the guy that he cut out, but I nobody just remembers.
There's no way you would. Yeah.
Nobody remembers. He cut him out of our memory too.
For real.
It worked.
Now introducing the Escape Pod.
No!
Was that the official?
You got me.
Was that the official announcement?
Oh, maybe I'll use that voice clip later when we actually...
No, that wasn't a good... I can do a better one. Now introducing the Escape Pod. That one was better.
We should both... No, we should both say it together. Like, because it's both of us, you know?
You should say just the now introducing, and then...
Now introducing the Escape Pod.
Oh, that's
flames. Nice. That kind of sounded.
You got to hear the live recording session.
Yeah, that sounded like the intro to like a series or something, like a Star Trek type opener.
You should make that. Our intro should be like a siren going off in the spaceship.
It's
like now, like you have to run to the escape pod. It's like now introducing.
Dude, you're predicting things that I'm already planning.
Oh, my bad, my fault.
No, it's awesome. It's awesome. We're in sync. Me and Jason have this thing we do, then we're in sync, and we slap.
Ow!
It's funny because I have no idea what we just did.
I want you to count how many rhythmic laughs you've had this episode. You're doing it again! You're doing it again!
Well, who laughs arrhythmically?
I don't know, but like...
Yeah, see, exactly.
You just laugh. You laugh so perfect. It's literally like... Like, I'm sure I laugh with some kind of rhythm, but yours is just...
My wheezes are arrhythmic between laughs. My wheezes...
Ooh, I feel
okay,
just
let's
like Buddy
Holly.
So, copyright claimed again. It's over.
That'll be a scary world guys, when they can detect that you're singing a cover.
Well, that's parody, so it works.
Well, you know what? They already don't care.
Yeah, they do.
Not consistently.
You can remix songs.
Bro.
Most of the time, actually, you're right.
Yeah, exactly. But let's see if we can fit in the two topics that I said we didn't cover last time. They're technically
only 14 minutes, 13 minutes.
Let's see. Well, one of them is short. I
mean, we can go a little.
We talked about some movies we want to watch last time, but we mostly just talked about Sonic 2. That was the big one, you know. I want to see the new Puss in Boots. What is the subtitle of the movie?
I forgot.
But I love it.
But
it's like it seems like
I still it was almost like a meme. How
The Last
popular
Wish
it got.
or something.
Yeah, The Last Wish. It was a meme how popular it got.
Yeah, no, because it's genuinely good. I could tell from the first trailer. That
the animation is.
I saw it and I was like, I got throwbacks like when people cared about animation. Pixar's releasing these like movie type things that feel more like animated specials, just like straight onto streaming services now, and a lot of them, people don't even care about. Lightyear did not do well.
Yeah.
And I had no excitement for it, and it looked like I watched the Buzz Lightyear cartoon show. That was way better. Like that was the bomb. Like I don't even need to see it. I just
don't
know
what
it's
that
better.
is.
Were you what state were you in mentally? When our house flooded.
Goo Goo Gaga?
When our house
was
flooded
Goo Goo
and
Gaga.
Okay, yeah.
I was Goo Goo Gaga.
When our house flooded over vacation and we came back to it and they were working and repairing everything, and we would eat in the living room. And it was like the one time in our life that we watched TV. And we watched the Disney Channel. And the time that we ate lunch during was like a special cartoon
You make
hour.
it sound like we're like Amish farmers. Like, the only time in our life when we watch TV.
And we've just never been big into TV. It's so, you know? Like, I watch anime pirated, and Gravity Falls is the last cartoon series I've really cared about. Technically, there are some more that I think I could get into. But again, I would watch them pirated online. Because I ain't paying for a streaming service. And I ain't waiting for cable to show me what I want.
But yeah, Puss in Boots look pretty good.
Yeah, dude, I really want to see it. But
I'm not a big Shrek fan, so I don't know how much lore I need to know, or if you can just kind of
Well, Shrek has always just been like a parody of fairy tales, which I love. because it's kind of a vibe I get from Mario, honestly. Too, you know, like I said, it's sort of like
Here we go. You knew we had to somehow get to Mario.
No, I'm just saying that's why I like these kind of things. I love parody, and I love like fairy tale. People think like children's things, like stories, which is where they originate from in sort of a grand sense. But to me, it's just sort of a subcategory of fantasy that I like.
Speaking of things that we didn't, our hiatus in podcasts missed, along with Dream, much more recently, Andrew Tate.
Oh,
I have no desire.
I don't even want to unbox him. I don't even want to unbox him.
But like, I just thought of that too. That's the only other big thing I could think of that we've missed.
Dude, we were talking about people who are like double agents making people look stupid. You know that guy, that one streamer that went like off the deep end and he just like intentionally says offensive stuff just to like garner some sort of.
Are you talking about Aiden Ross?
Yeah, and then he was like an interview with Andrew Tate, and he like left and he like sniffed his chair.
Yeah.
Like, see, that's just stupid. Like this guy's literally just clowning.
Well, that's
for clout.
You
like, it's people were saying he was being abased or whatever for clout. But he's really, like, no one, he's making those people look bad. He's just being a clown for clout.
You've almost ventured into one of my topics, which is basically about the Twitch community at large, which I don't know how much you know about the Twitch community. Based on the fact you didn't know Aiden Ross's name, I'm going to assume not much.
Not much. I'm more of a YouTube guy.
But
I like people who have, like, a niche. A lot of streamers are just like, hey, it's me, the guy you know. I'm going to do the things I normally do.
That's what makes Twitch, and we can talk about it more on a meta level, which is perhaps more interesting than the people themselves, but that's what I think is really interesting about Twitch, because
like, I like Ludwig, but he rarely does something that like makes me go like, whoa. Whereas that's why I love Jerma. I love Jerma. He will like build.
Dude, you did it again.
He'll build a parallel universe, and I'll be like, yo, Jerma's Jermaing.
Are you talking about the dollhouse?
Yes, the dollhouse, the ball game, the carnival. Okay, he's done all this stuff. He is the best streamer.
I was in the middle of a sentence like an hour ago.
And then he also just does like gameplay and just like random stuff. But he's so cool. And
did you watch the Streamer Awards?
Yes, he won.
Yeah,
that was on. This is on my thing. And you didn't even tell me.
You were
won
like all of it.
You were like, well, he won best streamer.
He won the Legacy Award.
Oh. Didn't he get... Who was best streamer? I thought he got best streamer.
I didn't know if there was like a just best streamer altogether.
But no, yeah, he got something for the Dollhouse too.
Yeah, he got the Legacy Award. That was they literally made an award just for him.
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe he didn't get best streamer. I hope he did. He's the best streamer objectively. So I just love him so much. But yeah, I found it funny. You told me about the Streamer Awards, but you didn't tell me he won. I guess you didn't know how much of a big fan I was. No, I think the best
streamer was Kai.
Was it?
Kai Cenat. Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
But yeah, they made like a whole award just for Jerma.
I mean, he deserves it.
Yeah,
it's
he
amazing.
Does.
No, who else would do that?
Okay. I was in the middle of a sentence like 2 hours ago. I was saying what's really weird about Twitch is that it's like the popular kids from high school.
Yes.
But chronically online.
Oh my goodness. Like the popular kids from high school who nicknamed me J-Dog and made fun of me, but made it sound like it was all cool.
Okay, now we're trauma dumping. It's like a weird posse of cool kids, but it's online for everybody to view as a spectacle. It's such a weird thing.
Yeah, that's why I like Ludwig though. He at least seems pretty humble.
Yeah, but no, Ludwig is cool. Ludwig is really cool. I like Ludwig, but I mean, he's definitely in the middle of it, especially being one of the most popular streamers now. He's like
Ludwig would be that one guy.
He's got connections all throughout the posse.
Who'd be like, okay, let off on him a little bit.
He would. You watch his Mogul Mails?
Yeah, dude, he got me so confused. I was like, is this a different guy? Because I swear I have face blindness. I'm serious. I look at people sometimes and I'm like, is that the... I've confused completely different looking people just because they have the same hairstyle. Something's wrong with me.
Well, yeah.
That can explain why I'm not good at drawing faces, too. It takes a lot of practice for me. But what was I gonna say?
But no. Actually,
the
coolest of the Twitch posse has got to be Moist Critical. He's the most disconnected from all of it.
Well, he feels like a YouTuber too, because
right. That's why he does. He's
he's kind of like, maybe the best person you could just say content creator.
Everybody in the Twitch community posse, so to speak, knows of him, and he knows all of them, and like he has connections, but also he's not like part of the clique, like in the same way that most people are. Like he's not super in it. You know,
which
I like because
I agree. I used to have like mild beef with Moist Critical because like it's sort of like the Mr. Beast scenario where like people rise to a high position and you hold them to a higher standard. And there were some times where I thought he was kind of hypocritical with his opinions, because he shares a lot of opinion pieces on things that happened recently. Like, this wasn't the worst one, but one I remember.
Bro forgot about nuance. Are you about to admit that you forgot about nuance, Jonathan?
No, well, no,
Oh, bro forgot about nuance.
No, because I was holding him accountable as being hypocritical because of nuance, but there was nuance to the nuance, but I needed to develop as a human being to gather that nuance, because that's how nuance works.
Right.
It's a stat you boost.
Nuance king over here.
Yeah. But he was talking about how Fortnite, back when Fortnite was more relevant. We always have to mention Fortnite on the podcast. About how Fortnite was popular, but it was also cringy, and like a lot of stupid stuff was coming from it. But he was like, stop making fun of people for just liking Fortnite. And I was like, yes, dude, exactly. And I love that he made that video. And then, like, I don't remember if it was a little while later that he made the video or a little while later that I saw it. And the Fortnite video was older. But then he had this whole thing about how he hates TikTok and he thinks anyone who uses it is stupid. And that just seemed hypocritical to me. Because everybody uses TikTok. And there is a lot of terrible stuff on it. Like Fortnite, there's a bunch of cringe and stupid stuff. So that seemed incredibly hypocritical to me, that he would be like, cut the Fortnite people some slack, but TikTok,
he just does that though. He just goes hard on any content that he thinks is cringy.
But here's the thing, and this can be a bit of a topic twister, also known as a segue. TikTok has gotten really bad.
Well, okay.
Like he might have been ahead of his time. That's where the nuance comes in.
If you're gonna segue, before that, I was gonna say I also used to not like Moist Critical. For the same reason, I think we've talked about this on the podcast.
Well, I also didn't like that he was extremely crude. You know, he is
I think we've talked about it. Well, I mean, at first for me it was a little off-putting.
His like
dildo
collection.
Yeah, it's just a little bit weird.
I mean, I still wish he dialed it. He kind of has. I haven't seen something like that.
Yeah, it's true.
I think he realizes now
But I think we've talked about with Call Me Carson how I just, like, don't like people before I know anything. Like, I won't watch any of their videos or anything. I know this is aged poorly with Call Me Carson.
Yeah.
But I just remember we were just talking about Call Me Carson specifically, I think. I always, without even watching any of their videos or any, like, knowing anything about them, for some reason, you
default to not liking them?
By default, I don't like YouTubers and Twitch streamers. By default, I just don't like them.
That's kind of hilarious.
But most of the time when I start watching their stuff, then I like them.
You might have like a protective mentality. Like you don't want to get attached because you know it's like a parasocial thing and it could backfire.
No, that's exactly
like in the case with Carson.
It's always like a suspicion, I guess.
But then you watch the content, you get invested like everyone else. But maybe you should still keep it in the back of your head. No, like the content's good, but I don't have to get over invested in the person.
But I try to stay level-headed about all that.
Level-headedness, right there next to nuance. The level-headedness.
When you have people like Ludwig or Moist Critical that just like make videos where they just talk about their opinions, which I guess we're kind of doing that too.
Yeah. But it's a podcast. What do you expect?
It's easy for like their personality, charming, whatever, entertaining content to just be like, okay, yeah, cool, okay. But like, you should always maintain a level head and just realize that they're just people talking about, their thoughts, and it doesn't mean that they're right, or it doesn't mean that they're pretending that they're right either. It's just them talking.
But yeah, dude.
But TikTok is bad.
Yeah, the first thing you probably think of is, this whole...
Privacy
Chinese spying on us. That can be a segue to something else.
Don't bring spy balloon. Yeah, so much has happened, Jonathan.
Yeah, I know.
We're running out.
We can go a little over an hour.
Well, I was actually going to talk to you.
I'm going to be a bit late to my play date, though.
I was going to talk to you about making the episodes an hour and a half. I feel like that's a better time.
Honestly, dude, the average podcast nowadays is like 3 hours.
Really?
Some. There's it varies, but they can go up to 3 hours.
I thought 2 hours might be breaking the mold of it. It's a little long, especially for like less known people like us. Don't get me wrong, we're well known on the internet, but we're not up there.
We show up there. We are in the we're the big men on campus.
This is gonna be confusing in the future if you go back and watch this, because if we do get popular, are they actually popular back then?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, they'll be having trouble pinpointing where did this start?
Well, I think you want to go. It's kind of like when they sell you something for $3.99 instead of $4. If you do an hour and a half.
Wait, I forgot what we were talking about. Since analogy sounds weird. TikTok, something about
no, the time of our podcast.
Oh yeah.
If you do an hour and a half, You get an extra, even an hour 45.
An extra 30 minutes free!
You get extra, but then you look at the timestamp and be like, 2 hours? That's really long. You see 1 hour?
Yeah,
okay.
It's like the $1.99 effect.
That's what I just said! Oh my...
Wait, did you say that exactly?
Yes.
I heard buy one, get one free or something.
No, I said it's like when they sell you something
Dude,
for...
did you?
I said when they sell you something for $3.99 instead of $4, and you said, well, this analogy is a little confusing.
Oh, no.
TikTok, huh?
No. Because you didn't use the right numbers. I said the $1.99 in reference to the hour less than 2 hours.
Oh.
And so in my head, it did like when you play telephone game through Google Translate. It just got the general consensus, the general idea.
Yeah, you had to abstract the concept a little bit. There.
I gathered concepts. There were visual signifiers floating around in my head.
But yeah, if you're gonna be late to your play date, then
well, I said shortly after 2. So, and it's really just a few minutes away. So, but okay. I do have to eat a bologna sandwich first.
You do have to eat a bologna sandwich. That's a must.
But real quick, because we started talking about TikTok, we can't stop now.
Yeah, we can finish out for a few minutes.
The real thing that's getting me with TikTok is because I don't think this would have anything to do with the Chinese spying stuff. The privacy concerns. I don't know what it is about TikTok as a platform. Because, it's similar to, Vine and stuff. And, we're in a different era. There's, obviously cultural trends. But, the toxicity and just the stupidity.
It's like...
I used to joke about the challenges, but I thought, the days of the Cinnamon Challenge were behind us. I don't remember what this new challenge was, but it started a lawsuit. I was reading it on the news, and they were talking... Oh, they just casually dropped, 2,000 people have died trying this challenge. And I was like, what? That sounds like... that's
clip the microphone.
We get upset when 5 people die in a school shooting. Rightfully so. But you're saying 2,000 or more people have died from a TikTok challenge?
Let's not even start about 9/11 too.
Oh, yeah.
How many people died in 9/11?
I don't know.
It's 3,000, right? 3,000 or 4,000.
TikTok is doing 9/11s out here.
That's what I'm saying, though. Not that that's not a tragedy, but people overlook stuff
yeah, because of the context. Oh, it's just a social media. It killed people.
But I don't know what one you're talking about. But this is a long-running problem because...
The lawsuit is interesting, though, because it is hard to hold accountable.
2 years ago
But there's definitely something at the base level going wrong here.
2 years ago or so, there was a challenge where you would get your friends and you would trick them into thinking they were doing some kind of TikTok dance, and then it would be 2 people and then the person you're pranking.
Yeah.
And the 2 people would be on either sides of them, and they would do this dance, but then when they actually record it, they start doing the dance, and the person in the middle, again, is getting pranked, and so they're just doing whatever dance. And then the 2 people on either sides of them kick out both of their legs, so they fall flat on their back.
Oh.
And apparently...
Dude, people are gonna get major concussions.
A kid broke his head open and died, I think. Or at least got severe head injuries.
We can't even
his skull cracked.
We can't even just have regular suicide cults these days. We have to have these glory kill trends. What is this?
But that's his friends are obviously responsible for his injury. But it's just the platform is just the way the algorithms work for social media is that they will always promote the most interesting and least boring things.
If you actually just record yourself splitting your head open like a watermelon. Everyone will be like, yo,
it's so sick.
Yeah.
Whoa, metal, bro.
Gives likes.
Or at the very least, even if people don't like it, but it's just outrageous.
It's I can't look away. They're rubbernecking. Social media rubbernecking.
They'll comment, they'll view it multiple times, and all of that is engagement that the algorithm takes into account. If you watch a cool informational video...
Comment, this is so bad, this shouldn't happen. Popularize it.
Yeah, you watch a video that's just good, but tame. You watch it once, maybe you like it, maybe you don't. You just have a laugh and you move on. But something outrageous, you're gonna sit there, read the comments, watch it 20 times, But so the algorithm is just designed to promote the worst of the worst.
This is why I said I do think... Critical may have been onto something because I don't think it was as evident at the time, and maybe he should still be held accountable for jumping the gun, even if he was right. But Fortnite never got toxic, not at least by standards of a normal community. But TikTok is so toxic.
I have to say, I don't know when he said this, but you're not on TikTok. He is very much on TikTok.
That seems hypocritical in a different way.
Because he reacts.
Hypocritical. I just realized.
He watches TikToks all the time, or people send him stuff to react to. So it's very possible that at the time, like I said, this was 2 years ago, the thing I talked about, his head
He also probably would have been biased. He'd be seeing the worst of the worst, you know?
Yeah, he probably did see a lot of that bad stuff even back then. Like, people act like TikTok is getting worse and worse, but honestly, I think it's always been this bad. It's just getting more to the light and getting more popular.
Sorry about that noise I made.
But it's also not just TikTok. I really think that it's a problem with all
social media in general. But, like, the other ones are at least, they're not video content, so you're usually... Well, they're not video-centric,
Yeah.
So it's not as focused on doing, like, actively terrible
What
things.
I really think that separates YouTube from a lot of other video sharing platforms is the effort it takes to actually make content that will get promoted by the algorithm. If
you're lucky.
It's so easy to, like, record a video on TikTok being like, like saying something crazy, outrageous, ridiculous.
This is why sometimes I end up siding with these big companies, unfortunately, because I feel like everyone hates YouTube's overly restrictiveness and everything, but I feel like they're dropping the ball in a lot of areas, but only because they're trying so hard. And honestly, if they weren't trying so hard,
I do think YouTube is honestly maybe doing the best out of any social media platform in terms of moderation.
This was going to be a topic on the last podcast, but I didn't fit it in. Our opinions on Nintendo, like a lot of people have bad opinions about Nintendo, but I keep feeling like they're kind of the best there is, though, in some ways at least.
In terms of game companies?
Yeah, game companies. This can be a topic for later, though.
Actually, we should talk about the video game landscape these days. Like, make 1/4 of a video game and then release it for full price and then finish it later.
Well, yeah, because that's another... Nintendo actually is kind of becoming like...
They're slowly going on to that. But at least they're the last ones to do it.
Yeah. But that's the thing. A lot of people get mad at Nintendo for doing things that they are not the first to do. Which is like... It feels weird then to like label it as like a Nintendo-centric problem almost.
Yeah.
When it is not.
It's just a problem.
Yeah. It's just... Things have become so...
Guys,
anti-consumer.
The world is crumbling. Everything's dying. Everyone's dying.
But
we're gonna be here in space in the escape pod.
Yes, I want to talk more about this. I want to talk more about the Mario movie. I want to talk more about Joe Biden being the worst balloons tower defense player in the world. I ruined that.
That could be like a political allegory if you spin it right.
He's the worst balloons tower defense player in the world. He waited till the one enemy traveled the whole map before he deployed a single troop.
Balloon.
Oh my goodness. But we will talk about that to some degree in the next podcast. I'm running low on time.
And we're running high on time.
Yeah, what is that supposed to mean? That's a good one. Yeah. That's a good one.
We're charging you $1.06 right now.
We'll see you whenever me and Jason meet up, digitally or physically, again, to record a podcast.
Hey, we'll
cover those things within the time gap that you wanted us to cover. What's the
comment
phrase?
Down below.
Don't get your pantyhose in a twist. Hold your horses. Yeah, comment below. Yeah, that's a good idea.
We should
anything you want us to cover
on the ones that are going out more recently, though.
Yeah, we should have. But it's just like the timestamps. We forgot. Comment below what we should cover, and we are at no liberty to be held accountable. We will not do it just because you said so, but we may be inspired, and we might shout you out.
Yeah, drop a topic list so that we can get caught up.
Yes.
Tell us what you think is interesting. That way we can entertain you.
Yeah, because you're always like, people won't be interested in this. Now we'll know.
Well, we also have to kind of guess what new people that may see the video.
Yeah.
So
it's a game of 4D chess.
Right. Maybe even 5D at times.
6D.
560s nuts in your mouth. Oh, no.
No! And now this is probably the post... credits scene.
Probably. Credits?
Oh, that reminds me. I never shared the Mario movie bingo that I was going to make. I have over 24 items now.
We can post it on the community tab on our channel.
Oh, yeah. Post it on the community. I was going to add one other one. What was it going to be?
We're doing Mario movie bingo. See you there.
Yes.
Watch the movie and play along.
We may have to do a whole episode on this, bro. Jeez. This is great. This is an end.
Oh, hey, we could do it.
By the way, the reason why I remembered that isn't just because of the phrase end credits being related to movies. One of the bingo cards things is that there's going to be an end credits. But there was a leak that said there already is. So.
We'll talk about this off camera. See you next week for the
See you next time episode. With possibly an entire episode about the Mario movie because I'm obsessed.
A special episode. new content on the way or something, maybe.
Yeah, see you then.
See you later.